What's up, guys? My name's John. I'm from Texas. I got a 2018 Chevy Cruze. Big shout out to Dave. Man, thank you. Everything that you do for us in this channel is awesome. As we know, there's not that much going on with the second gen Cruze. So everything that you do for us, with us, teach us, learn us, whatever. Amazing. Great job, brother. Anyway, I don't know about what part of this video you'll use. I'm going to try to put some stuff together here, so show off my car a little bit. But anyway, big thanks to you, man.
Hi everybody, welcome to Dave's World. So I'm going to make this opening very quick. We're installing an air fuel ratio gauge. I've been making a lot of modifications to this car, and what I want to do is make sure I'm not going to blow the engine. This is an aftermarket O2 sensor. The air fuel ratio gauge reads the O2 sensor. So why do I want to put this air fuel ratio gauge in the car? An improper air fuel ratio can cause engine damage. So let's get started by figuring out how to install this. First things first, we need to get the O2 sensor for the wideband air fuel ratio gauge installed in the exhaust. So we need to drill a hole and then weld. All right, so there is a lot of instructions. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of instructions, but there's a lot of things you need to pay attention to. What I want to do is, first things first, let's untangle this harness. I think this big end goes to the sensor, which is right here. Okay, and the little end goes to the gauge. So all the wiring will be inside. Some of it's for lights, some of it's for power and ground. Okay, so my car's manual. Because my car's manual, it's very hard to get through the firewall. I had to actually drill a hole right there for my boost gauge hose. All I did was make it bigger so I could fit the boost gauge hose and the wires for the air fuel ratio gauge through the same hole, because I knew that spot was safe. If you have an automatic, you can just go right to where the linkage is for the clutch, and there's like a big rubber grommet you can use, but for me, I had to actually drill a hole. There are other places through the firewall you can go, but I used this one previously and it's worked great so far. Come on, little guy. Come on, little guy. Come on. Come on. Oh, there you are. Are you hungry? Oh, I'm trying to keep a straight face. Here you go. All right, open up. I'm going to feed you. If you see right here, I use 2 fuse taps. These are really cool. What they allow you to do is plug in where a fuse is and then give you a wire that you can tap into so you can run an accessory. So I ran these to my boost gauge. The fuse all the way to the right is fuse 37, and the fuse to the left is fuse 29. So 37 and 29. One of them is 12 volt hot, one of them is battery hot, and that's what I'm going to use. What I'm going to do for me is I'm going to tap into what I already have and just power this thing. But for you, if you don't have any accessories run, that's how you want to do it. Okay, I'm just testing the gauge right now. I already have a red wire that's a switch source. I'm just tapping the red wire from the gauge in, and then I basically just tapped in a ground right here. All I want to do is test the gauge to see if it works properly. So hold on a sec, I'm going to set you guys up. It should just power up, and it does. Hopefully this isn't a broken gauge. Alright guys, so this is an add-on to the video. You saw in the video that I was installing this air fuel ratio gauge. I temporarily put it here, but I came up with a design. The parts actually didn't show up when I was filming the video, but I basically created something that I thought was very convenient. What this allows you to do is put a gauge in this pod and also have a USB add-on. It goes right into the cigarette lighter accessory, and then now you could put a gauge right in your car. It allows you to use the USB power. So now you have an adapter to be able to run USB to charge things. You have a spot for your gauge, which is in a really nice spot. Also, when you want to get to your fuses, as long as your harness is long enough, you can get to your fuses too. So I thought this was really cool. I'm actually excited to put this on the website. I actually think it looks really nice. It's in a great spot. Okay, so it took me some time to figure out how I wanted to end this video. Did I want to show everybody what the gauge looked like completely installed, or do I want to show everybody basically why I installed the gauge? The purpose of the video was to teach the CRUZE community why it's important to have one of these gauges in the car. So the end of the video should really be showing more so why as opposed to where the gauge is. You can put the gauge anywhere you want. So the ending of the video doesn't necessarily have to be where I put the gauge. It's more along the lines of why I put the gauge in the car. So I finished putting the big turbo in the car. You guys haven't seen that footage yet, but the next video coming out after this one is going to be the big turbo install. So I have 3 more videos that's going to show basically removal. Then it'll be prepping the new turbo, swapping all the stuff over, getting it into the car. And then I brought the car to the dyno. I had complications with a little bit of the tune and a little bit of issues with the car. And on the dyno, I wasn't really happy with the numbers I got. They were higher numbers than before, but not the numbers the car should have produced because there were a little bit of problems with the way the car was set up. Since then, I did figure out what was wrong, and I'm going to show you guys some footage of the car literally producing 30 PSI. So the car's running fantastic now, and it is going back to the dyno after I finish the methanol injection. So I have a lot of cool stuff coming. And this video, what I did was when I put the air-fuel ratio gauge in the car during the turbo install, I wanted to remove that and isolate it from the rest of the install because I wanted to specifically show a video on how to put an air-fuel ratio gauge in, where to get the power to run the gauge, how the gauge works. It caught an issue where the car was running lean, and then it helped me figure out that there was a larger problem that I'm able to fix, and now the car is running good. So that was the purpose of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video the way I did it. It's a little bit of a different editing style. I tried to make it fun and quick, and I don't know. I need your feedback to let me know. So thanks again, everybody. And by the way, members of the channel, I really appreciate all the support you're giving me. Let me know if you guys like these shout-outs. I like giving the shout-outs as well. So thanks again, everybody. Have a very nice day, and if you ever need anything, please just ask.